Hi everybody. I'm making fruit leather today. I'm using a process that's from an ebook that I got from my bond teacher, His Holiness Padma Gonpo Rinpoche. These books have all sorts of valuable information in them about making survival foods, home defense, all kinds of different things. So I'm making the fruit leather out of figs. The first thing I did was take a bunch of figs and I ground them up in the food processor. Turned out pretty fine. There's a few chunks, and I'm fine with that. That's okay. And I have a food dehydrator. So the dehydrator came with these plastic sheets. There's only a couple of them, though. So what I ended up doing is taking some parchment paper and making these little trays to go on the dehydrator racks. Now the corners are fastened with itty bitty little staples. I don't know if you can see them. Helpful hint here, don't use colored staples. I did. And a little bit of the paint came off, so I had to pick out paint flecks. So the next thing you want to do is put a real light coating of oil on your trays, and then go ahead and spread your fruit out thinly. Now you can cook the fruit first if you want to. I did a previous batch of this where I cooked the fruit down, and I put some seasonings in there. I put like some vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and I cooked it with raw sugar. This time I wanted to taste the difference, so I decided to just use straight raw fig. And the flavor's real good because they were really ripe. So I'm looking forward to seeing which one I like better. Now for your fruit, you can go to the farmer's market and find someone who sells fruit, or if you know somebody that has an orchard, and see if you can buy their seconds, their overripe fruit, their bruised fruit. You don't need perfect fruit for this, and you do want it really ripe so it's at the full peak of flavor. And then when you go ahead to do it, you don't have to use a dehydrator. If you have an oven, you can put your oven on 120, and depending on how hot your oven runs, you're going to leave it in there for between 4 to 10 hours. My dehydrator, it only goes down to 140, so I'm probably going to do like 140 at 4 hours and then see how it is from there. What you're looking for texture-wise is you want it to be dried out and not tacky, not sticky. Now, don't worry if you dry it out too much. Then you basically have dehydrated syrup. You can break that up and put it in warm water, and you can make a syrup out of it. So you can't really screw this up. You can always make it into something else, which is great. Love those kinds of recipes. And shelf life, they tell you couple months room temperature and about 6 months in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can push the envelope a little bit because I'm that kind of girl. And I'm going to vacuum seal them, and I'm going to put an oxygen absorber in there, and along with a moisture absorber. And I'm going to see how long this stuff will last. But anyway, it sure beats buying fruit roll-ups. You can control the amount of sugar that goes into it, and you can control what goes into it. You can come up with all kinds of wacky fruit flavors. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll leave a link in case you're interested in ordering any of those books. Have a good one.